Hey, what's up, guys? I just wanted to do a quick update on Notes Genome. They've done a lot of listening to the community, and it's really great to see the stuff that they've added into the system. It's already a great system, but you could just tell that they care about what they're doing, and that's awesome. So I'm here to showcase it. Recently, they've added full stereo, meaning if you send it two DIs, like left DI and right DI, you get stereo guitars. So like this, right? That's two guitars playing through one instance of, for instance, this is on Codex, a neural amp modeler. Now, something else, when you were running it in mono, where you wanted just one DI, you were still getting the same CPU cost. It was still like the same amount, so that was kind of a waste of resources for people with really small computers, like that micro PC that I have, people trying to go mobile with neural amp modeler through Genome. So they added something new in the Codex itself that's got its own little stereo mono dude, like it has up here. So you could actually leave this one in stereo, doesn't matter. If you want to reduce your CPU, you go to Codex and you go to like mono from left, for instance. You can see right now we're in the 20s, mid 20s. If I click here, it's now once it settles down, it's in the teens now. So that's great. I have something else. This is a little janky, but I'll play some music and we can look at, the overall CPU, meaning my computer, how Reaper measures it. But I've got a little janky zoom in. So we'll look at that while it's doing its thing. Let me open that up a little more. There we go. Okay. So here's music again. This is Genome playing in what I would consider mono, like true mono mode. And you can see we're hitting at about 0.8, 0.9. It'll sometimes get down in the 0.7s, but this is great. And even if on Genome, if I just add, their EQ, their enhancer, their other EQ, we're looking at, 0.8, 0.9. So like that's one of the other things that's really great about this. Not just the ability to load your own, presets with this, you're able to split things and create, complex chains. It's incredible. But you also have a little bit more stuff that you can mess with outside of just like the standard neural amp modeler. So let's take a look at, well, right now we'll come back to the mono version. Let's go to stereo on Genome, and we'll take a look at where that's at. We're looking at about 1.4. All right, so just remember that 1.4, 1.5, that's about where our CPU is right now for Genome with a stereo version of Codex, which, very easy, very cool, but we're doing a comparison video here. So let's go to this container I built, and this is basically two neural amp modelers and an IR loader. I'm using MConvolution Easy. So let's listen to this. This is the same rig, pretty much. And we're looking at 1.3, 1.2. So this is slightly less CPU, but I have to go in and manually adjust both EQs simultaneously. I'm sure there's a way in Reaper, because you could do fucking anything in Reaper. I'm sure there's a way I could tie the bass and the middle and the treble to each other, but that's a lot of dicking around, whereas Genome just has everything kind of in one place right in front of you. So, this is cool. Let's do real quick. I'll do a mono comparison. So let's make this like that. So here is a mono MConvolution Easy. All right, so we're looking at 0.7, 0.68, 0.65, right around there, like 0.7 average. Okay, so that's good. And then let's look at Genome with, here we go, turn that back on. And then let's make Genome mono. And I'll let it relax for a second. 0.85, 0.86. All right, so we're looking at about 0.1% as far as a good computer goes. Like this is a 10900K, you know, running it. I think it's like 128 samples right now, 48 kilohertz. So, you know, very minimal impact to a big computer like this. But when we're talking about, you know, micro PCs, like the other thing I showed that it can run NAM on a fucking battery, like that thing might be able to, I might be able to benefit from using Genome compared to any other kind of routing solution that I might have. You know, if these guys ever make this as a standalone, it'd be freaking amazing. Who knows? But one thing, if I can get their attention, the automation, this is incredible. This just really easily makes MIDI exposable knobs for you, you know, in your DAW. You just hit assign, and then you've got all of the stuff that turns blue is assignable. I would love it. I would love it if Genome would make these left-right buttons assignable. You know, like any of this stuff, the preset up and down, the main master preset up and down, if you could make that stuff assignable, or at least give us control change on, you know, like the first 120 or whatever it is, you know, 127 presets. You know, if you did them, if you grouped them so that you could just like change your Codex preset, this is ultimately what I really would be changing, I think. But because this right here is the most, the least latency, like the least of a silent hiccup from changing from one thing to the next, is changing your neural amp modeler model, as opposed to changing the entire preset. There's a little bit too long of a silence there. And I understand it's loading and all that stuff, but if you could at least make this left right here exposed to this assign command, or at least whatever, put them higher up in the hierarchy or whatever, so that most DAWs can see these left right buttons, that'd be freaking awesome. Okay, that's the end of the video. Take it easy. Just remember, you can leave this in stereo. It doesn't change the impact of the CPU. What you really want to do, if you want to do mono codexes, is right here. It's the button right next to the word codex by the little power button. All right, so this is where you stereo, and then you only need one for, you know, left right combined guitars. Just make sure you're in stereo on both of them, I guess. But then if you wanted to save on CPU, you just go to this mono from left, and it knocks it down quite a bit. All right, there you go. Thanks. See ya.